Hey, how's everybody doing today? This is Dead Man Sneaky. This will be a new YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing all kind of game playthroughs. I would like to start with the Total War Warhammer, the new Norsca DLC that just come out, because it is new and that's something that interests me. The Northmen, you know, the snow, the ice, all that kind of stuff, I love it. I'm going to be doing a complete playthrough on that. Also on the other Total War series, I have every Total War game ever made, so we can do some old style playthroughs with the different mods and things like that. It's going to be some good times ahead. I also play games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, other RPG or FPS, all that kind of stuff. I love it. I have over 300 games, and so if there's anything in particular that you guys want to see, let me know. And with that, let's get started here. I'm going to start a new campaign in the old world, and of course we're going to be Norsca. Now, I noticed on some videos on YouTube of people that they do the read-throughs and everything. If you guys want that, I'll be more than glad to do the reading for you. I know a lot of people like to just get in and enjoy the game and relax, and I also like that myself. But it's whatever you guys want, I aim to please. So we're going to get started up here. Now when the game talks, I'm going to sit back and let it do its thing, and we'll go step by step.
Undeniable.
Alright, here we go.
Those in the north are closest to the gods. Their lands lie within the ebbing shadow of chaos. But in the land of monsters and ice, where no crops grow, they have to be. Thus, I have come to guide their raw talent.
Well, his face has seen better days, hasn't it?
Why waste such savagery on each other, while the southern lands are ripe for ravaging?
Alright, I'm excited for this playthrough. Glad you guys could join me.
Glory to you, Wulfric, wanderer of the world. You have returned home a slayer of champions. Yet more battles and glory awaits across the Sea of Claws and in the mountains of Norsca. Around you, the tribes of Norsca hunger for blood, yet they fight amongst themselves. With such rich offerings beyond your borders, you must rally these hardened souls beneath your banner. To the east, the mountains contain great labyrinths and lairs that are home to formidable beasts. Hunt down these creatures, ensnare them to do your bidding, whilst being ever watchful of the nearby dwarfs. To the south, Kislev, ruled by overconfident Tsars. These lands are rich with wealth. Tear these men of the bear limb from limb, opening a path for your masters to aid you in due course. Beyond Kislev lies the Empire. Its bickering states of power are ripe with treasures. Take from these soft southern lands and establish new ports on their shores, from which you can raid further. Wulfric, you are the eternal challenger, and your gods have blessed you with the gift of tongues. Embody their cold, ruthless nature, and set sail aboard Seafang for wrath and ruin. The harsh and desolate wastes of Norsca embrace you into its cold and wintry grip, my lord. Yet it cannot sustain your appetite for war indefinitely. You will need to voyage from this land to raid and pillage. Your gods will gaze favorably upon you for this. Raise in their name, and align yourself with one to be granted their twisted and ruinous gifts.
Okay. I've noticed on some videos, people that are doing playthroughs will do the reading on everything that come up. Now I can do that if that's what you guys prefer, or I can just skip the reading and maybe just go through it slowly so you guys can read it for yourselves. But if you guys want me to start doing the reading, it's no trouble at all. I'd be glad to do it. Just let me know. Okay, we got 4 gods here. Let's see. Alright, the serpent. Let's see. Alright, the hound is the one that increases unit damage. So we'll focus on the hound. And I've noticed another thing on the YouTube videos when people are doing playthroughs. I see a lot of people just want to rush through, you know. It's like at a breakneck speed, go through as fast as they can, wipe everything out, conquer everything, and be done. I mean, that's not me. When I play a game, I like to enjoy it. And I like to explore a little bit. If there's technologies, if there's units I can get, if there's things that I can build, you know, I'd like to go that route. I'd like to experience the entirety of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's just games like this, when you first start, it's real slow. See, the -2 right now at Ice Drake, so we're going to put our army inside. Now it's +5. Let's see. Go ahead, build in the Raiders camp. Get some soldiers here.
Undeniable.
Alright.
Correct, Bob.
Get some javelin, some spears, and marauders. Okay. Get things going with that. Now, starting off on these types of games, you start out small like this. It seems like it takes a good while to get started, and it does. Just not a whole lot you can do to start with. Alright, I'm gonna start with this area first with the war tools, because the choices here is things that benefits my infantry, my cavalry, and my long range with good stats. And it's especially when you're starting out and you have to fight your own kind, it's good to get whatever you can to get the upper hand on the enemy. So we're going to do with that. Some games I'll start with diplomacy. I'm pretty sure with the Norsca. Yeah, see, it's got them. Everybody. Pretty much hates me. I'm at war with scaling. Van Heimlings. I've got a non-aggression pact with them. I don't see that lasting long. I'm at war with Bretonia. But they're down here. They're a good ways off. And they're across the water from them, so I don't have no danger from them. I have non-aggression with them. Alright. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Now with the Norsca, from what I understand, they're not going to be like a standard faction that, say like with the Empire, you know, you capture your cities, you build everything up, you bring in your buildings that, you know, produce income, your farms and things like that. With the Norsca, things are different. They can get some money coming in from territories that they own, but most of their money will come in from raiding their enemies. And even though I'm going to have to focus on raiding the most, I do still want some territory, so I got own Ice Drake, a Longship Graveyard, and Doom Keep is the other two. There's Graveyard. Alright, there's Doom Keep. That'll be my next step, is taking these two. And then start building up my units, their strengths, with the technology and everything, start boosting my soldiers up. Now with these guys, they're neutral right now, owned by Varg, but that can change.
A challenge?
So, great.
Where's my next one?
There's just nothing I can really do right now except just keep hitting the button, skipping through until I start building up a little bit. Then I can start focusing on marching my armies. Alright, weapons and armor are not the only apparatus of war. So too are the tools used to forge them. Okay, so that technology is done.
World Walker.
Let's go ahead.
Done and done.
Alright, that takes care of that. Blade Worker's Hammer, which will be plus 10% weapon strength for all Marauder infantry units. So that's good. We'll go with that. Every bit to help make my army that much stronger, because it's going to be equal footing But if I do the technology that give me that little boost, then that little bit will make a big difference. Ambush Nordland. That's south of me. It's pretty close, I think. Ah, yeah, it's right there. Now I'm across the water, so no danger from them.
The eternal challenge.
I mean, if they want to get their teeth kicked in, they can feel free to come over here. Okay, this army is done. Let me get them out of the way. I'm at -2. So I'm going to go ahead and create another lord. This campaign movement range is -5%, but income from all buildings is +5%. But he's the only one available, so I don't really have no choice, do I? Alright.
Overrun the world. Savages.
Alright, -1 with just him. But as I build up my army, then that number will drop. Now, spear infantry, these guys are anti-large. Want to try to definitely keep some of these units with you in every army, because you never know, especially coming up with the North people here with the giants, the trolls, and all that kind of stuff. It's good to have them to fight against the giant. And of course, these shielded guys here, pretty well rounded. But while that's building there, I'm going to go ahead and march my army here toward the graveyard.
More headway.
I want to take that over. Go ahead and start expanding. And when I do my battles, I've seen some videos where people just rush headlong into it. I like to try to do more strategy. Let's see. The disappeared at Ice Drake Ford. The populace in one of your settlements is gradually vanishing. On certain nights, whole ghettos or districts are left abandoned. The only clue for the remaining denizens is a triangular symbol daubed on a nearby gate or wall. So I'm going to have negative growth of -10 for 10 turns. Alright, but when I do my battles, let's save the game real quick. When I do battles, I like to be more strategic. Have my front line go up and hold them, keep the enemy's attention while I flank on the left and the right, especially with cavalry that I'll be getting later. Have my cavalry come in behind the enemy line and wipe out whatever missile infantry they have, or catapults, things like that. So let's see here. This is no real danger. I have 7 units. This is going to be a spank here. But I like doing all my battles. I've noticed, especially when the enemy fought against me and it showed where the computer or the game comes up with statistics that the enemy would beat me. A lot of times I fought the battle myself, and I have been able to turn things around, winning the battle. I've done that a lot. In Rome 1, Rome 2, I mean, all of them. Sometimes I do get my butt kicked. If I get caught with a small army against a big army, of course, I'm not going to win. I'm not that good. Alright, let's see. normally I would have like javelin or archers in my second line, and then a third line would be more infantry. But since I'm fighting against such a small group, that is no danger to me at all. Do my chariots and my skin wolves over there. I'm gonna do them like that. Which this small group is no real danger to me, so I'm not even worried about using my javelin or any type of archer or anything like that. And see with the camera mod that I have for the campaign and for the battle, so it allows me to go way down here up close.
There will be more than blood for the blood.
So that's what I like. Once I get my soldiers involved in battle, I like to zoom in and be able to watch. You know, I love that. But with this, since I'm such a large army against such a small army, I think that by the time I get them to hold the front line and start to flank, I think they're already going to be running. With it being such a small group, I don't see them lasting long. Now I know Creative Assembly is supposed to be updating the other factions to kind of beef them up a little bit since they come out with Norsca. But I wonder if they've done any more balance issues, you know, to make battles last longer even if you're outnumbered. I want to see how they do. Remember when Rome 2 first come out? I remember as Rome, you know, I was fighting that battle against Carthage, and it seemed like right by the time I locked up. Alright, to hear what he was saying. By the time the soldiers locked up, and you really got a good look at what was going on, they're already running away. You know, and I was thinking, good God. You know, just really couldn't even get the battle started before they start running off, and then within like 3 minutes you won. So I'm glad they fixed all of that, because I know a lot of people was complaining the battles didn't last at all. You know, their morale was just nothing. Alright, come on guys. Now I'll let them walk to this first part, but when I bring them up again for the second part, I'm going to make them run, because that'll be a short distance they're running, so I don't have to be concerned about fatigue. Because if your army is fatigued when they start the battle, their morale will drop fast and you'll lose. Of course, against this big army I'm not going to lose against that, but if it was 20 on 20 and you do that, you could lose. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and start them flanking. And that way by the time they get locked in, and by the time they get locked in battle, I can flank pretty good. Because I want to do some damage to them before they run off. Because the more you can kill, the more experience your men get. Get that there, guys. Come on. Alright guys, sneak down here and check out some of the fighting. Damn.
That's what the master said. Very well. What do you mean?
Skin war, hell war. Look at that. Decimated that unit. Victory. Ooh, we smacked him, didn't he? Damn. Let's see what he does. Damn. Alright. That was a quick victory. Alright. Army and building up a couple of buildings. Get full. I'm going to have them go north and then other place. And that way I'll have. And then from there, depending on the diplomatic situation, if the ones I'm at war with, I'll go ahead and take them out. And then we'll go from there together. So I got 564 loot. And he leveled up good.
This settlement is yours to do with as you please. Whether that be the establishment of a camp to recruit and build from, or to devote it to one of the gods by raising it to ash and ruin, gaining their favor and gifts.
Okay. So I'm definitely going to be raising in the future. But to start with, of course, we want this first province.
I see.
To help with the building, all that I need to build to get my units. Warband camp. Not generate much income, it'll be 20. That's better than nothing. At least it's a place that I can replenish my troops.
What?
Alright, I've got them still being built. Alright, oh, that's right. We've got 1 point. I think on the next level they get 2, don't they? I think. So I'll get hard to hit now, then I'll get thick-skinned and deadly blade next time. Okay. Now get the renown. I see they have a lot of promise for Warhammer, and then of course Warhammer 2 coming. That's going to be interesting with the lizard people. And hopefully in the future, from the way that they have released the games, the Total War series, Total War Medieval 3 would be next. So, and I'm excited for that. Really love that idea. I love those times, the Roman times, and also the Dark Ages. Let's see.
Despoil, ravage.
Alright, not much I can do right now until I get another. Start running them north and then east to go get a Doom Keep. So, feels like I was saying earlier, it's just a kind of a slow start when you're first getting in. Alright, Blade Worker's hammer is done. There's the Marauders, the Regiment of Renown, which you guys know what they come out with a couple days ago, the Creative Assembly's 30th year. Ain't that something? 30th year, and they come out with the 30 regiments of renown for all the different factions, and it's a free DLC. So if you guys don't have that yet, be sure to get that. I got it the other day, and what was it, day before yesterday, I believe. I got that. So, and it's good to get something free every now and then, you know, as much money as we spend on these games. So definitely can't go wrong there. Alright.
Undefeated.
1 point again. Well, let's see. I'll go ahead and go with armor. +3. And armor +5. Or ammunition +10. And damage +15%. And ammunition +10%. I'm not real big on the range units right now. I'm building up my melee fighters, so I'm going to go with the armor +5 from infantry units. I think that'd be the best bet. And then I'll do the Axemaker Stone, and then after that I'll do Horsemaster's Clinchers, because about that time I should be having some cavalry units coming in, and that'll be the good time to get them, to get this boost here. No sense having it now if I'm not going to have cavalry. You know what I'm saying?
To the four corners. Overrun the world.
Alright guys, let's go ahead and get the bad boy unit with him. I've already got 3 spear units. I don't want too many of them, because they really just focus on the anti-large. I need men to focus on other infantry. Not very long, I'll be taking them northeast. Oh, look here. There's some guys I'm on board with, isn't it? Yeah, scaling. I see you stopped at your border, didn't you, son? Yeah, come on over.
Despoil, ravage.
Like I said, they're +16. I bet I could pull this army out of here and I'd still be in good shape. Alright, let's see. I've got the Raiders camp, so that builds my melee units there. So let's see. Military support. Smithy. That allows me to recruit the chariots And the Marauders, the great weapons, two-handed weapons. More. So I got the sparring fields in the other one already made. Now I can do the Shylene, which does my horsemen. They're not too strong though, are they? Oh, they're the javelin throwers. My Norscan warhounds. I wonder. Well, let's see if I go. Well, yeah, I better go ahead and go smithy, because the next step up I can get my war mammoth. And the war mammoth is my goal. Okay.
Enslave the sons.
Stay right there, guys. I'm coming up in just a moment.
Take what's theirs.
Let's see. Now see how their hit points are built up. That's from that technology buffs that I've been getting. It's really made them a lot stronger.
In agreement.
Alright.
Despoil, ravage.
Okay. Well, I think I'll stop this video here. When I start up the next video, what I'm going to do is move this army off to the side here, start my third army here, and then have that second army start pushing up north and east to start taking to go get Doomkeep. So we'll do that. Alright, catch you guys on the next video. Y'all have a great day.